Shalom. God bless you and welcome back to Code Searcher. Guys, I realized this morning, after reviewing the video I made last night, that I left out part of it. Going into this Seven Thunders, and I think that was for a reason. About, I'll say 30 minutes ago, I was talking to a sister over on Facebook, and I asked her, "Have you ever seen a Seven Thunders video?" Because I thought I made one, and I couldn't find it. And I know I've talked about it before with people. They must have thought I was crazy trying to figure out where I was getting this from. But I do have a table. I never made a video for it. And what I did was I went back, and here's the original here with the original width. But I opened it up. I wanted to see what else was there. This is a lot here. So I started reworking it. And this is what I have here. This is the very same access term. It's just on a width one half of what you just saw, and this is what I got so far. And this is Seven Thunders. Now let's go back to the text first before we talk about this, before I show you who this is. Now we were talking about something being restrained. Hell is being restrained. Fallen angels are being restrained. Demons are being restrained until a time. Now when the man of sin is revealed, it's because he is cast out. He finally goes into the vessel. I believe this happens at the 3.5 year point. I was going so fast last night, guys. I totally skipped over that, and I apologize. I try to keep these down to a minimum because I know most people won't watch them when they're so many minutes. But anyway, he has a short time after that. Okay, the very first thing, and we're going to see this too, the very first thing he does when Satan gets on the scene is kill the two witnesses. Now we're still in Revelation 9 here. When this pit is opened up, angels are being unleashed. Okay, so we've gone all through that. Now let's go over to 10. Here again we see another angel emerging, and this plays into the table. It says, "And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud and a rainbow upon his head, and his face was as the sun, and his feet were as pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little book open, and he set his right foot upon the sea, and his left foot upon the earth. And he cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roareth. And when he cried, seven thunders uttered their voices." Now this is very important, because the mystery behind these lies in them speaking out of order. And we know they speak out of order because in the next verse it says, "And when the seven thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write what I heard from the voice of heaven, saying unto me, Seal up those things which the seven thunders uttered." They spoke out of order. God's angels have order. Fallen angels have no order. They're rebellious. Okay? "And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hand to heaven, and sware by him that liveth forever and ever, who created heaven and all things therein, and the earth and all things therein, and the sea and all things therein, there should be time no longer." Now remember the last video, that was a constraint. Time is a variable in this situation here. A day, a specific time. Nonetheless, that there should be no longer time, but in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he began to sound, the mystery of God is finished. Okay, and he declared, as he declared to his servants, the prophets. Now John is given the book. He told him to eat. Now this is because because Revelation wasn't given all at one time when he wrote it. It was given in sections. He had revelations at different times, and then he wrote it down. Now in this occasion here, and look at it's the 11th verse, "And thou must prophesy again for many peoples, nations, and tongues." That's you and me in the end days. And it goes on. He goes on talking about the future. Okay, in Revelation 11, two witnesses. 11 is very significant. Two witnesses are on the scene. Now, they come on the scene for 3.5 years. Hell is being unleashed, um, and we're seeing that now. The thing seems like things are cranked up, and they're going to continue to get more and more intense. Um, the witnesses are on scene until their testimony is finished. Okay, and then we know they're killed. This is the very first thing Satan does when he comes on the scene is he kills them. Um, and of course, this is part of prophecy. This will be fulfilled. This is part of a sign, and we know that where it says, um, "And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven." So those who see, and there will be people who are watching this, they will realize. But let's back up. Let's go back to the seven thunders. And I did have that as an access term, and here it is, seven thunders. And it's clear we're talking about angels, and I want you to see why. The last mem, this is angels right here. It's a plural. You see just a light, that's angel with the yod and the mem, it makes it plural. But here's another thing that's really cool. If you start at the mem, yod, kuf, aleph, lamed, it's got Michael spelt backwards right there. Michael is also here with angel. And notice we got four angels over here and then one over here with connection to Michael. Also, the abyss in the black and red comes across the top, and in the red and black here, in the yod of the access term, as well as this term that came up with the mem in the access, is the utterances right there. And the yellow I have time, because they are, that's one of the things that binds them is time. God's appointed time. So there we go. I just wanted to do a follow-up on what I did very early this morning. I was very tired, to kind of tie up some loose ends. I didn't get to talk about the seven thunders, but there you go. God had his reason. He knew I didn't have this table out, and I thought I did, and that's my bad on that. But here it is. I still got more to work, but I wanted to get this out to you before Shabbos, and I'll work on it after and have some more by Saturday night. So God bless you, and I will see you in the next video.